Hey, what's up guys? Destin here, Adam Off-Road. Thanks for stopping by and checking out today's video. I hope everyone's doing good. So me and my wife are here in the Stanislaus National Forest and we're looking for a campground. It's getting late, but we're hoping to have an awesome adventure this trip. So come along with us and let's go find a camp spot.
To stop and get some fresh water. Got this little pump like the one they had in Shasta. Pretty cool. When did you say it was made?
They drilled it in 84.
84. They drilled it out.
75 feet. Water looks clear though. Bells. All right, we got the spot. Beautiful. Nice creek coming along here. No bugs, nobody's here. We're right here by the water, got our spot. This is pretty rad. Pretty cool. All right, so I got to set up camp, which should be pretty quick. It's just pop up the tent and then I'll get some tables out and we'll get ready to cook some dinner. All right, camp is done and set up. I've got our telescoping light up there to kind of illuminate the whole campgrounds. Got my table set up with our power generator. At the moment, there are fire restrictions, so no wood fires. There's plenty of wood, we could have a fire. Figure we just respect the land, respect the forest, and do the gas fire tonight, which is really enjoyable. It's a very nice setup if you have to go with the propane route. Gotta wash up the coriander, or in America we call this cilantro. Oh, it smells good. Okay, I just got attacked by a bug and it followed me. That's the creepiest thing ever. It's okay if you get attacked by one, but if you whack it away and it comes back, that's scary. He was charging me. He's over there now. Oh my gosh. That's the only bug around too.
And it was huge. It was a big, huge bug, like a dragonfly size.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna make some ceviche. Super simple dinner idea for camping, and we like it because we can take a bunch of this home. We have the refrigerator to keep it cool.
And it's fresh and good.
Yep. Tomatoes, cucumbers, avocados, cilantro, garlic salt, lime juice, lemon juice, and then we're going to be adding some imitation crab to kind of give it some of that extra flavor and meat to it. But overall, pretty simple, really simple snack or dinner for camping. You don't have to start up the grill or get the gas stove. Just snack up on this. Lime. Ray's gonna try this pirate water, which has 10% alcohol.
Oh my god.
Viva,
What the heck?
Viva la Stool. This one's flavored margarita, which she likes margarita, so I think that'll be a good pair with the tostadas. We just got done finishing up dinner and cleaning up a little bit around camp, and we're just hanging out by the fire finishing up our brews, and we're gonna get to bed. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Have a good night. Good morning, everyone. So, got our coffee made, got a light breakfast going on, and we're just enjoying the moment in the morning. Beautiful morning this morning.
Fish. See him? He's right there in the deep spot. He's coming this way. He's like, you see it?
Yeah. It's like a little trout or something. This is it, guys. This is our backyard for the next couple of hours. So beautiful.
Just watching the pet fish swim by.
Yep. Waiting for food to come downstream. What I love about this place the most is the beautiful sounds of the water flowing in the background and the wind blowing through these trees. This morning has been great. Just finished our breakfast and now we're getting ready to pack up a little bit. Just share with you a little bit about the tent. So a little bit of back history on the tent. Inspired Overland came out with this. I was one of the first ones to have this tent. Originally, we mounted it to our trailer, a little Overland trailer back in 21. We did a Overland trailer build. And then I beefed up the rack and then I put it on the rack. And ever since then, it's been bolted up to this rack for about 1.5 years now. And we've just enjoyed every moment of it, taking it out. We have several videos on this channel with this. And I think it's time for a good, solid, thorough review on the rooftop tent. So as this video is rolling out, there's already a new version. It's called a 3.0. There are some differences, like larger bags, a different logo, but pretty much they're the same. And I actually have that tent on one of my XJs, which I'll be taking in a couple of weeks. We'll do some camping and I'll share with you that tent here in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to start by talking a little bit about some likes and dislikes about the tent so you guys can have an idea, and then show you some wear and tear, about 1.5 years of wear and tear, and then we'll talk about some of the questions and things like that, and then we'll go right into some modifications that I did as well. So what I really like about the tent is when it's closed, it's got a 4-inch super slim design. I really like that. We like the windows, all 3 sides. You can open them up. You've got the mosquito netting on all 3 sides, as well as your privacy, and you can just open them up and let that air breeze through, kind of get that heat off of our bodies at night and just really relax. And that's what I really like about this tent, is you have super good airflow. Another thing I really like about this tent setup is that you can move the ladder from all 3 different sides as an option. So usually we like to have it on this side because we like to do the cooking and prepping and things on the back by the tailgate. So just having that option is super versatile for us in any which way we want to have it, based on how we're positioned at camp or what we're doing in the back. One thing I dislike about this tent is that when we got it, it had a really thin mattress. So that's something you're going to want to consider if you do get this tent, is to definitely upgrade. I wouldn't go more than 3 inches memory foam. Either get rid of the entire mattress or you can add on top of it. And that's what I did. I took an 1.5 inch memory foam crate and we slipped it in the sheet that comes with the original mattress, and it fit. It could probably be a lot more comfortable, but like I was saying, I wouldn't go anything larger than about a 3-inch memory foam, which I believe Ferdinand is offering that in his 3.0 tents. So the only other thing I think is a little troublesome is the zippers on this tent. They are the YKK, I believe they're a Japanese style zipper, which are pretty good in quality. They feel really nice, but you're gonna have to definitely maintain them, keep them clean, and you don't want any like mud or dirt getting inside them because they can jam up. So there are some things I'll leave in the comment box below. I believe it's like a dry silicone that you can use to clean and to maintain these zippers. But other than that, it hasn't really been an issue since owning this tent. But I wanted to mention that since we were here at about 1.5 years, and I think the zipper is going to see the most wear. All right, so moving along, I'm going to answer some of your questions that you guys have been asking me for about 1.5 years of owning this tent, and I'm going to try to do my best to answer those pretty thoroughly. So starting with the first question, my wife's going to ask them and I'm going to answer them.
Can 2 people fit comfortably in the tent?
So my wife and I, we sleep in it pretty comfortable, and when we add the dog in there, it gets a little crowded, but overall it's still comfortable and it's definitely doable. Now, if you're a little bit taller than us, over that 5'7" range, adding another person is going to be crowded. So you definitely want to consider that if you get this tent may not be as comfortable for you. You may want to just keep it down to 1 person.
Can the tent be used in below freezing temperatures?
So I've never actually taken the tent to below freezing temperatures. I think the coldest we got it to was 17 degrees F, and the sides were definitely freezing up. I'm not totally sure. One thing I do know is the gas struts, they start to not work as well in colder environments. So that's definitely something you're going to want to consider. If you do plan on taking this to below 0, you may have issues with the gas struts, but you also have the support poles to help support up the wedge of the tent. Other than heating and everything, you definitely want to have some type of heat source. You don't want to rely on the walls or the insulation of this tent. I use a diesel heater to pump hot air into the tent, which works great, but just definitely don't go out there. I want to say this, don't go out there expecting a diesel heater to keep you warm and below freezing. Always have a backup plan, whether it's hot water bottles, a fire source. Just make sure you have more than 1 way to heat your tent, and you can probably make this thing work in below freezing, but I don't recommend it unless you have some skills and some knowledge on how to do it.
Okay, and how does it hold up in the rain or the wind?
We've taken it multiple times in rain, and I think it does really well. The water sheds down that material. It's a waterproof material. It just builds up at the bottom where there's the gutters surrounding the tent, and there's some holes for drainage, and it just drips off. I've slept in this thing during a lot of rainstorms, and I've stayed dry, and yeah, I mean, other than that, wind can be a problem. So it gets really, really noisy when it's windy outside. So the tent is it's almost where you can't even sleep in it. It's just so noisy. It's like your teeth are rattling out of your head while you're trying to sleep. So I don't recommend it if you're going to be taking it to a super windy spot. It's definitely doable. I've heard great things about these tents going out into super windy environments, and people are able to camp.
I'd say slight wind is fine. Like there's a little breeze out here. Heavy gusts of wind, it's hard to sleep.
So definitely plan ahead for the weather. As far as snow, again, it's going to be one of those cold environments. I think it's definitely doable.
Okay, how do you store the tent when it's not in use?
Okay, so storing the tent is pretty simple. I have never unbolted it from the rack on the Jeep. So it's been there for over a year, and that's how I store it. Other than that, if it's not in use, I put a covering over the top of the material. That way it's not affected by the sun or any weather and damage. But overall, this thing has been through all the seasons outside where I park my vehicles, and I keep them covered up. So I'll leave a couple links in the description box below where you can see the coverings that I use to kind of help protect them in the weather outside.
The next question is, can you take the RTT through a car wash?
I usually hand wash all of my Jeeps because I don't trust a car wash. So I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say no. Yes, because it's definitely, the materials are definitely capable of handling that materials. I'm not sure about the chemicals on the top or anything, but again, if water gets inside, it'll just drip down. Everything's waterproof on the inside materials, outside materials. I've never actually done it myself, so I can't really answer that question, but I don't trust the car washes because they could possibly damage the top or the sides, and I already have issues with all my antennas going through a car wash. So I don't recommend it, but I would see that it could be doable depending on how sensitive the car washes are that you go to.
Have you noticed any wear and tear on the tent?
So for the past year and a half that we've owned it, there may be some wear in the stitching, the zipper, and then some of the fading on the PVC black, but not really noticeable. And I use Armor All to kind of clean the top of it to make it really shine up. Right now it's not really super shiny because I haven't cleaned it in a while. I've been using the coverings to kind of protect it from the environment and the sun. So I plan on using this thing for multiple years. It's definitely holding up, and yeah, I plan on using it for many more camping trips to come.
What are some of the modifications you've done to it?
All right, so those are going to be really cool because right off the bat, when I first got this, I did some modifications to the back. There are some holes for the metal rods that hold up the awning part. I drilled those to a 45 to kind of take some of the looseness out, to make it a little bit more taut for the awning. I've seen a lot of guys, they're making a small incision on one end, pulling out the flexible rod and putting wooden dowels in there. That's a pretty cool mod. I haven't done it yet myself because I've just kind of kept 1/3 of the awning zipped, and that kind of helps it with the 45 degrees, and it looks pretty taut from this angle, as you can see back there. Another mod that I did, I'll kind of bring you over here, is on both sides. When I go to close this thing up, which I'll show you here in a moment, I added these long strings. One of my viewers on the channel, I believe he recommended that we put some strings on it, and it's been great. The zipper's way up there. When I pull the rods off on both sides, I can pull the zipper ropes down and close up the awning. It makes life so much easier. And go to the other side, undo the folds, zip everything back up, and then close this up. So that's another mod that I've done. One other mod I could think of is the mattress. We upgraded the mattress right away, and other than that, I haven't done much to it other than the zipper rope. I've got some LED lights that I have in there. I'll leave links in the description box below. You can check those out. I usually keep a battery pack in there for all my lights and charging my phones and things while I'm up there at night. We have a fan to kind of circulate air in there if there's no air. That's another useful tool. We got a couple pillows that I added to it, camp pillows that make it really comfortable. So the ladder's held up. I haven't had any issues with this. I stow it away in the bag that comes with the ladder, and then that goes up into the RTT. Now, if you do upgrade that mattress to be, you know, 3+ inches, you may not be able to fit this ladder in the tent. So I just wanted to mention that. But other than that, really love this tent, and I'll share with you guys how it closes up. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up for the insights, question and answers, and the 1.5 year review on the Inspired Overland tent. Again, this is the 2.0, and there's already a 3.0. It's got some improvements with the shoe bags and the logo in the front. I also have that tent on my XJ, which I'll be taking out camping here in the next couple of videos. So you want to stay tuned for that. Check out all the links in the description box below, and feel free to ask any questions, open up a dialogue about the tent, and let me know how you guys are doing if you own the tent and how your tent's doing as well. I'll try to get Ferdinand into the comment section, and he can help out with answering any questions that I can't answer or haven't answered in this video. So I really appreciate you guys enjoying us and the time we've spent on this adventure here camping along this creek, and we are ready to hit the road. We'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good day. Peace out.